It's me again. Toxic free on a Sunday. Happy Sunday! Okay, guys, as you've probably seen the thumbnail by now, I enjoy making that, I must admit. There'll be a few people watching this video that go, hurrah, hurrah! But if you do that, you need to look within and understand yourself. Why did I just say hurrah? Why do I feel so good about this video? That's because you're probably quite toxic and you're happy that something has gone wrong in my life again. But anyway, do you know what? Everything that happens I see as a positive thing. I'm seeing it as a positive thing. So if nobody out there understands or knows what the word shadow banning means, it means YouTube have ghosted you basically.
Shadow
All
bans.
right, we'll talk about the shadow ban. Have you heard about shadow bans? What's the myth? What's the legend? I hear most people talking about with shadow bans is that notifications are not going out to their subscribers anymore. When you search for their videos on YouTube, they're not showing up in search, even unless you search for them exactly precisely for the title of the video. It just doesn't show up, right? It's like you are officially being like blacklisted without being told you're blacklisted.
It happened today, and it could be very concerning for the entire YouTube community, and that is that apparently I have been shadow banned on YouTube. Now, I've heard about shadow banning, for YouTube channels and how, they're harder to find in search. You can usually tell when a channel's been shadow banned because you can find it in Google results, but finding it on YouTube is a little more difficult.
Since, when was it now? I don't know, Christmas time. I've known something was wrong with the channel because, well, I did a little video a while ago, didn't I, saying something's wrong with the channel. Sorry. Gotta stop laughing. So I've been researching, looking into it, and I came across some videos about shadow banning, and I've looked into them, and I think I've been shadow banned by YouTube. See, a lot of people have, well, not a lot of people, but one or two people have said to me, shadow banning's an excuse for people who make crap videos. It's for those people, those creators that aren't doing very well and their channel's failing. Could be, but I've got some evidence. I'm not going to start showing you all because it's pretty boring, all the analytics and all that business, but take my word for it. I'm 99.99900 whatever % sure that YouTube have shadow banned me. Now, again, shadow banned means they stop promoting your videos. And I've thought this for a while. Now, if anyone's watching this and they've started to lose subs, or their sub count has just stayed still forever, they may be commenting on people's videos and they don't seem to get replies. So I'd always log out and go and check it another way, because you could be shadow banned, which means your comments don't go through and aren't shown. Notifications don't go out very often. A lot of that happens anyway. People are unsubscribing from you and they don't want to unsubscribe. They just go one day and say, hang on a minute, I've just been unsubbed. Happens. We know it happens. Happened to me about 3 years ago. So, I won't go there. I'm just reading my notes because there was just too much to say in this video. Sorry. So, do you know, I could actually put a video out. I don't know, Martians have landed on the moon. Meghan Markle admits she's a narcissist. Or even this one. And I still wouldn't get any views. I would still be limited or capped to 400 views. And my comments are probably getting capped because, again, the comments stop after a while as well. So if anyone is commenting, by the way, and I'm not replying, please just keep on, maybe go on a different video and say, hey, Val, or even email me. Because I try and reply to every single comment. And I hate it when I don't. So if you are leaving comments, anyone out there, and I'm not replying, I'm not being ignorant. I've been shadow banned. See, with this community, we're a quite serious community, and a lot of videos in this community don't get monetized, and a lot of people watching this who do have channels in this community will notice that they monetize. I've just done a video about Facebook safety, and it's actually been demonetized already, and I've actually requested manual review to see why. But the thing is about YouTube a lot of the time as well is they don't actually tell you why you've done something wrong. They don't tell you why you've been demonetized, so that you really don't know how to not do it again. They're narcissists, let's put it that way. I reckon this video is going to be shadow banned even more, but we don't care. So what it is they don't promote your videos, they don't put them in the algorithms, they don't show them in search. The only way you can really find videos is by putting the complete title in and the name of the channel. That's really the only way you can find it. And I've noticed this for a long time, and if anyone has looked back, yes, I've always had pretty low views. I'm not up there with the big, the big guns, but I've just noticed there is definitely something going on with my channel. Obviously, I'm quite outspoken. I obviously have made videos that are quite controversial. I've got a bit of a big mouth. I probably haven't read the guidelines properly. I've probably done a few things that have kind of upset YouTube, and what they've done is decided to put me in the little blacklisted shadow banned box. But I'll tell you why I think it's a positive thing in a minute. See, there's a lot of people on YouTube that do get preferential treatment, and I know this because, again, I do Google a lot and stuff and watch a lot of other people's videos. And the van bird, the van person, the van lady that has showers in her vans, whatever, and she made like 1 million views in like an hour or something. I reckon that's YouTube. Oh, I'm going to be in trouble again, aren't I? YouTube, they're playing God. To me, YouTube are like covert narcissists. They will ghost you, and they will kind of do things slyly, and they'll make you jump through invisible hoops that you don't actually know what these hoops are or where they are, but they'll want you to jump through them. They'll gaslight you into believing that you're a crap channel because all of a sudden your views have dropped. No, you're probably not rubbish. You probably just said something that YouTube don't like, and they've just decided to put you in the reject bin. Whether I can get out the reject bin, that's another thing coming. But again, I'll explain that one later. See, I'm sorry. I was watching one of my videos the other day. I went back to check the views and things and answer some comments. And then all of a sudden I went back, and I think the last time I looked at it was like, I don't know, 17 thumbs up. And I went back, and holy moly, there was 148 thumbs up. And I was like, what the hell? I went to a friend and said, what the hell? My views, my thumbs have jumped up to 148. This person, my friend, went back. He said, no, they haven't. They're only 135, 134, 122. They're reversed. I've never seen thumbs go backwards. I didn't know thumbs could go backwards. I didn't think you could lose thumbs. I didn't expect maybe over 100 people to decide all at once that they didn't want my thumb up, didn't want to thumb up my video, and they went back and took it away. But I doubt that happened. So I was watching my thumbs. My views were shooting up really weirdly. It's as if every time a view went up, a thumb went down. Chaos. It was ridiculous. My thumbs then went down to 97 from 148. And I'm watching this and thinking there's something going on. And I just do think it's this, I just don't know anymore. That it's makes me laugh. So the trouble is with our community as well. A lot of videos, advertisers don't really want to put their adverts on videos about abuse, depressing videos about, narcissism and all this kind of like ghosting and how you can, heal from abuse. And that's what's going on. And the trouble with that is when advertisers don't want to put their ads on our videos anymore, we are not making money for YouTube. So what they'll do is they'll tend to tone us down and then upgrade everybody else who is making money. Why would they want channels on YouTube that they have to demonetize continuously because of what we're talking about, or the seriousness of it, or the fact that it's got words in it that are triggering the filter that basically says, no, this video's no good, she's swearing, she's saying certain things, she's doing certain things, the thumbnail's wrong, the title's wrong, there's a word here and there's a word there. If they actually told us what we were doing wrong, then we could actually improve our channels. But the fact is they don't. So they will demote us. They will knock us down the rankings. In the search engine, it's fine. Everybody will find it harder to find our videos. And that's what shadow banning is when you're really no good to YouTube anymore. The thing is as well, you get to that point where you think, well, if I make more videos, will it work? If I make the videos shorter, if I make the videos longer, if I change my thumbnails, if I start changing the tags, if I put it on in the morning instead of the night, blah, 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 and it goes on and on and on and on. And I felt like I was back with my ex, because I'm jumping through hoops to try and please this person, Mr. YouTube. And everything I seemed to do was wrong. And everything, I put a video up, and before you know it, it's like, whoa, okay, that seems to have stopped there. It's 400 views and it seems to have stopped. You feel devalued. It takes away. And do you know why I said this is a positive thing? Because for a long time now, I have felt like I was stopping enjoying doing my channel. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy editing, I enjoy making thumbnails, I enjoy chatting to people, I like to help, I like to support. That's what I like to do. I'm not the best at a lot of other things, but we all blossom in our own way. I'm losing that. I'm losing that side of me on YouTube. You know, I'm feeling like, oh, I've got to compete with them, I've got to compete with them. And we don't have to, obviously, because we are unique in our own ways. But when you start stopping, that's a strange sentence, enjoying yourself by doing something, it's time to look elsewhere. And some things happen, and everything that happens in my life, I see it as a positive. If someone's going to shove me off somewhere and push me off a path, to me, it's you've done your bit, you've done enough, you need to move on, you need to try something else now. So I just see it as, not that I'm, you know, really a believer, but I do believe that some things happen for a reason, and if some things happen for a reason, try and make a reason for them if you can't find one. So I do have other projects that I'm looking at. I do feel like it'll free a little bit more time up now. I'm not quitting my channel. Don't get so excited. There's a few out there going at that, please quit. No, I'm not quitting. I'm just not going to be jumping through YouTube's hoops as much. I'm not going to be panicking about my views. I'll share my YouTube videos in my support group. I'll share them in comments if someone's got a question to ask and I've got a video that can match it. I will do that, and I will make my videos. In other words, my channel's probably going to be like a YouTube group where it's just privatized and only the VIPs can come in. That's how I feel it's gone. Yeah, let's make a positive, you know, twist on it. Yeah, it's just for the best now. So, you know, that's how I'm going to see it. So if people or if YouTube do want to do stuff, let them do it. You know, fill your boots, because at the moment I've just been laughing and finding it quite funny. So yeah, first 2 days, 48 hours when your video up, that's when the most people are jumping on the video. That's when most people get notifications and they watch your video. But after 2 days, suddenly this manual review thing says, yes, you know, your video is now available to be monetized. And you think, well, you're a bit late now, mate. It's had its peak. And that's another thing that I think YouTube are doing. They just don't want to pay. They don't want to give money out. Oh, I'm so doomed on this channel. I'm going to be off. I'm going to be rejected after this video. But I do think that. And it's like they're doing all the things against us. They're fighting us and we have to fight them. It's not the same. You know what? I started YouTube 3 years ago. And the thing is why I'm laughing, and this is why another thing is, as I didn't have a goal for my channel. If you have goals and you want to be somewhere in a certain amount of time and you achieve it, fantastic, brilliant. But if you have a goal and you don't achieve that goal, you feel deflated. You feel depressed, you feel like a failure. You feel like, well, that's it, I'm crap. I never had a goal. I started moaning on my channel 3 years ago, and I'm still moaning today. So, and whatever's happened in between, whatever's happened with my channel, is just organically happened. So I don't feel like I failed. And in fact, I feel like I've gained so much because of how I feel now. I feel like I've healed. I feel I've got stronger. I feel like a different person. I swear more than I ever used to. I know that. But I just feel like I've benefited. And sometimes you can stay on a path just far too long. And this is a thing, guys, watching this. This is my little motivational bit of this video. If you feel that you've been on a path and you're not happy and you've got gut feelings that you're miserable and people around you are unhappy, and that's a boundary. That's a warning to tell you that something has to be done. You have to fix something. You can't stay around in that place for too long because it's going to make you more and more sick. And if you get pushed off your path, don't see it as a negative. Don't see it like, oh my God, I've lost that. No, you haven't lost that. You've gained something else, because when you get pushed off your path, you get pushed onto another path that you wouldn't know was there. And that's how I see it. I've got projects, I've got plans. I've not let you in on them yet, but I do. So I just think, do you know what? It's actually made me relieved. It's made me feel like I can take a step back. It's made me feel like I'm not fighting the algorithm anymore. I'm not having to fight the fact that, you know, oh, I've got to make so many views in 2 days. I've got to do this. I've got to beat that. I've got to get in searches. I've got to get in recommended. I've got to get in suggested. It's exhausted being a YouTuber, and God help PewDiePie and all that lot. I would just have a breakdown by now. So I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to enjoy making my videos. I don't know how often I'll make them. I'll make them when I feel like making them. You know, the fact that this channel's been shadow banned. Can't stop laughing at that word. It's fine. I'm absolutely fine with it. A lot of people think, yeah, she's fibbing. Well, there you go. But no, I'm actually fine, because it means that I can take a step back and relax, and I'm not fighting the rat race anymore. Monetization was never a big deal to me anyway. Yes, I am monetized, but I've never even checked the bank account for I don't know how long. It's pocket money. I go on holiday and I might treat myself to something. I might pay for my scooter for a week with it or something. But it's not my income. So again, that's why it doesn't seem to bother me. And I'm actually quite surprised how much I'm not bothered, because I would have thought I would have been a lot bothered more that my channel has been shadow banned. I can't stop laughing at that word. I feel quite special, actually. But I don't. It's weird. Oh dear. It's not right, is it? Maybe there's something wrong I should sort out. See, another thing is YouTube going about freedom of speech. It's not freedom of speech. See, the thing is, if they don't like what you say, and they send you an email and saying, you know, we don't like what you say, you can get them into trouble for freedom of speech. You could write back and say what you've said you don't like this about my videos, or you don't like me saying that, you know. But by doing it the way they're doing it, it takes you a while to realise that you've been put in the reject box, right? So by the time you've kind of like found out, you just think, sod it. And that's why I think YouTube do this shadow banning. It's so that it can get away with being God, and with demonetizing, and with putting you up here, we'll put you up there. You know, it's like that big man behind the wall, a small man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. You know, acting like it's only a little puny man there. So I'm going off on one now. But that's the whole point of it. Freedom of speech, there isn't any in YouTube. Because you've got to, yes, I know there's certain guidelines you've got to stick with, but there's a few screenshots that I'm going to put up as well. And I want you to read them, because on one of them it says, if you brush against the guidelines, or something like that, it'll be here so you can read it. Brush up against the guide. What the hell does brush up against the guidelines mean? How do I know when I'm brushing up against the guidelines? You know, YouTube need to send more details in there. If they want to demonetize you, they've got to tell you, well, they don't have to, but I think they should, tell you why you've been demonetized so that you cannot do it again. But they just love kind of playing God. It's, whatever. YouTube just don't want to be seen as a bad guy. So covertly behind the scenes, they'll be tweaking you and putting you in certain little brackets of, you know, and demonetizing you and not telling you why, and expecting you to jump through their invisible hoops, and making you feel devalued and crap because they don't tell you why your views are going down or why you're not being, you know, promoted. But then you think, well, is it me or is it somebody else? And you second guess yourself. Does this remind you of anything? Yes. Being controlled by a narcissist, which is why another reason why I'm quite glad that I have been shadow banned. Sorry. Because I don't want to be bossed around by anybody anymore. I don't need it. You know, I started this channel just to help me heal, and yeah, that's maybe where I'm at. So to get elbowed off this path into another one, I'm quite pleased. So just before I go, I just want to say one thing. I don't regret anything I've done on my channel in the last 3 years. I don't regret the videos I've made. I don't regret anything I've done. I don't regret anything I've said. I don't regret exposing people. I don't regret making videos about online predators, because it makes us who we are. So the fact that I've been shadow banned from probably the things that I've actually done and said, it doesn't matter to me, because they're out there and they'll always be out there. However much they're Googled, however much you can see them, they will still be there. And whatever videos I've made, to me, have been important and have probably needed to be said. So if what I've done in the last 3 years on this channel has brought me to where I am today, which is where I am today. We won't go into it. I think we know where I am today. I don't care. I don't mind. I'm not going to regret saying anything because, like I said, I had to say it. And I'm glad I said it. So anyway, guys, if anyone else out there watching this has been shadow banned, let me know. Leave a little message below. Because it's just YouTube's way of being king of, just king basically, just king of what he wants to do, and or she. It's not always men, is it? I think I've kind of like covered everything, but bring back the 80s. That's what I say. See you later. Take care.